Hello friends, welcome to QLS Academy. I am your chemistry faculty and today we are going to start a new chapter, Structure of Atoms. Hope you will enjoy today's class. So let's start our journey inside an atom. In last chapter, we saw कि दुनिया में हर चीज़ matter atom से बना है. We compared atoms to the bricks of a house. Among the properties of atoms, we said that atoms are the smallest unit and it is indivisible. Means atom को हम further divide नहीं कर सकते हैं. Now, is it the ultimate truth? अलग अलग substances की अलग अलग properties भी होती हैं because they are made up of different atoms, different types of atoms. Now, the question is, if the properties of substances are influenced by the type of atom, then what influences the properties of an atom? How atoms are different from each other? First, let's answer the question if atoms are really indivisible. No, atoms are not the ultimate particle of the universe. Atoms itself is composed of three particles: electron, proton and neutron. These three particles are called subatomic particles. Atom is the smallest particle of the element that can exist independently and retain all its chemical properties. It is a final combination of the three which create the atoms of different properties. The first proof that atom is divisible came from studying electricity. When two objects are rubbed together, they get electrically charged. Like if we rub a balloon on our hairs, it will start to attract other things like paper pieces or hair itself. The balloon is now charged and possesses static electricity. The origin of this charge can be explained if it is assumed that atoms are divisible and consist of charged particles. Electron is the first subatomic particle to be discovered. It was discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson while studying cathode rays. Thomson was awarded Nobel Prize in Physics in 1906 for the discovery of electrons. During the 1890s, Thomson conducted an experiment. He constructed a glass tube which was partially evacuated, matlab most of the air was pumped out of the tube. Then a high electrical voltage was applied between the two electrodes at either end of the tube. Thomson detected that a stream of particles, a ray, was coming out from negatively charged electrode and moving towards the positively charged electrode. Means the ray was travelling from cathode to anode. Since it was originating from the cathode, this ray was named as cathode ray. Now, let's discuss some properties of cathode rays. First, cathode rays are composed of negatively charged particles called electrons. They always travel in a straight line towards the positive end. Third, cathode rays ionize the gas through which they travel. Fourth, cathode rays heat up the object on which they fall. Fifth, cathode rays produce a green fluorescence when strikes on a glass surface. Sixth, they get deflected in electric and magnetic fields. Cathode ray tubes were used in early television sets for the generation of images on screen. Even before the discovery of electrons, in 1886, E. Goldstein carried out discharge tube experiments and discovered some radiations and called them canal rays. These radiations travelled opposite to cathode rays from positive to negative direction, from anode to cathode, and hence were named anode rays. Similar to cathode rays, anode rays also travel in a straight line. They get deflected in electric and magnetic fields. They also ionizes the gas. Anode rays produce red fluorescence when strike glass surface. These rays were made up of positively charged particles and led to the discovery of protons. This image shows how cathode and anode rays travel during the experiment. Electrons and protons are the only charged particles of an atom. हमने देखा कि एटम के अंदर 3 सबएटॉमिक पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉन, प्रोटॉन एंड न्यूट्रॉन. इनमें से इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड प्रोटॉन्स है जो चार्ज पार्टिकल्स कहलाते हैं. इलेक्ट्रॉन is negatively charged and generally represented as E minus, while positively charged proton is represented as P plus. The magnitude of charge of proton and electron are same. They have equal but opposite charges. Electron has 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb of negative charge, while proton has 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb of positive charge. Now, if we talk about the mass of proton and electron, proton is found to be 2000 times heavier than an electron. The mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 28 grams, while mass of a proton is 1.67 into 10 raised to the power minus 24 grams. You can clearly see the difference. Electron is at 10 raised to the power minus 28, while proton is at 10 raised to the power minus 24. The next subatomic particle is neutron. Neutron was discovered by James Chadwick in 1932. न्यूट्रॉन की डिस्कवरी सबसे लास्ट में हुई. इट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स न्यूट्रल नेचर. न्यूट्रॉन्स में कोई चार्ज नहीं होता है एंड इनिशियली न्यूट्रॉन वॉज थॉट टू बी अ टाइटली बाउंड इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रोटॉन पेयर. इलेक्ट्रॉन और प्रोटॉन जो बहुत ही टाइटली एक दूसरे से लिंक्ड है, बॉन्डेड है एक दूसरे से, एंड दैट्स वाई दे आर न्यूट्रल इन चार्ज. बट दिस वॉज नॉट ट्रू. Chadwick discovered neutrons while studying the Rutherford model of atom. Neutrons are denoted as N. Neutrons are present in all atoms except for hydrogen atom. The mass of neutron is similar to mass of proton, that is 1.67 into 10 raised to the power minus 24 grams. So, हमने atoms के constituting particles के बारे में जान लिया. Now let's see how they are arranged inside atom. Many scientists proposed atomic models to show the arrangement of various subatomic particles inside an atom. J.J. Thomson was the first to put forward a model to explain the structure of an atom. Thomson's atomic model is also called watermelon model or Christmas pudding model. He compared the electrons with the raisins in the spherical Christmas pudding and to the seeds in a watermelon. Thomson postulated that an atom consists of a positively charged sphere with electrons embedded within the sphere. Second, an atom is electrically neutral as positive and negative charges within it are equal. Though Thomson's model had explained the neutral nature of the atoms, but it still had certain drawbacks. Thomson's model could not explain the stability of an atom, that is, how positive charge in the atom holds the negatively charged electrons. नेगेटिवली चार्ज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो है वो स्कैटर्ड है पूरे एटम के अंदर, एक पॉजिटिव स्फीयर के अंदर स्कैटर्ड है, बट वो कैसे स्कैटर्ड है, क्या चीज़ है जो उन्हें उस पॉजिटिव स्फीयर के अंदर होल्ड कर रही है. सेकेंड ड्रॉबैक, इट कुड नॉट एक्सप्लेन द स्कैटरिंग ऑफ अल्फा पार्टिकल्स. अल्फा पार्टिकल्स आर डबल पॉजिटिव चार्ज्ड पार्टिकल्स. इट इज सिमिलर टू अ हीलियम एटम न्यूक्लियस कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Later, Thomson's student Ernst Rutherford conducted an experiment using gold foil and disproved Thomson's model. To study the structure of atom, Rutherford performed a thin gold foil scattering experiment. For his experiment, Rutherford used a thin gold foil approximately 1000 atom thick. Then a narrow beam of alpha particle was projected on the gold foil. Now, following observations were made from the experiment. First, most of the alpha particles passed straight through the gold foil without getting deflected. Straight pass हो गए, कोई डिफ्लेक्शन नहीं आया. जिस वे में ट्रैवल कर रहे थे, जिस डायरेक्शन में ट्रैवल कर रहे थे, वो उसी डायरेक्शन में ट्रैवल करते चले गए. सेकेंड, अ स्मॉल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ अल्फा पार्टिकल्स वर डिफ्लेक्टेड थ्रू स्मॉल एंगल्स. कुछ थे जिनमें थोड़ा सा छोटे छोटे एंगल्स का डिफ्लेक्शन आया. थर्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन, अ फ्यू अल्फा पार्टिकल्स बाउंस्ड बैक. उनमें बहुत बड़ा डिफ्लेक्शन आया और वो सीधे 180 डिग्री से बाउंस बैक करके. Based on his observation, Rutherford concluded that most of the space inside an atom is empty, as most of the alpha particles easily pass through it. Second, all positive charge is concentrated in the center of the atom called nucleus. That is why only a few alpha particles got deflected. Third, the positive charge and mass of an atom is concentrated in a very small volume at the center. जो पूरा एटम है उसके जितना भी पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, पूरा एटम पूरा एक स्पीयर नहीं है जो पूरा पॉजिटिव चार्ज स्पीयर नहीं है, उसका जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज और एटम का जितना भी मास है वो एक छोटे से वॉल्यूम में, एक छोटे से क्वांटिटी में कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड होकर सेंटर में रिसाइड करता है. and that's why only a very few alpha particles got deflected by 180 degree. Based on these experimental conclusions, Rutherford put forward his idea of an atomic model. He stated that positive charge is concentrated in the center of the atom and called nucleus. Second, nearly all of the mass of an atom also resides in the nucleus only. Third, electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular path called orbits. जैसे हमारे सोलार सिस्टम में सन सेंटर में है और सारे प्लैनेट्स उसके आसपास चक्कर लगाते हैं, उसी तरह से जो हमारा एटम है उसके अंदर जो न्यूक्लियस है वो उस एटम का सन है, एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जस्ट लाइक द प्लैनेट्स रिवॉल्व अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस. Fourth, nucleus is much smaller in size than the size of the atom. Rutherford's model was also not completely foolproof. There were some drawbacks in this model too. First, the orbital revolution of the electron is not expected to be stable. Second, according to Rutherford's model, the electrons will move in their orbits would give up energy. This would make them slow down and gradually move towards the nucleus. The electrons will follow a spiral path and will finally fall into the nucleus. As a result, the atom would collapse, but in reality, atoms are stable. Though Rutherford's model had some drawbacks, but it was very close to the now known structure of an atom. He was awarded Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908 for the discovery of nucleus in atom. Rutherford is also called as father of nuclear physics. Rutherford's atomic model के drawbacks को ध्यान में रखते हुए 1912 में Professor Niels Bohr suggested a structure of atom. He postulated that electrons revolve in discrete orbits called shells. These orbits or shells are represented by the letters K, L, M, N and so on, or by the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Orbits or shells are also known as energy levels. Each shell or orbit has its own different energy level. Shell K has the lowest energy and can accommodate only 2 electrons, while shell L has slightly higher energy and can accommodate 8 electrons. Similarly, shell M can accommodate 18 electrons, while shell N can accommodate 32 electrons. Fourth postulate, Bohr postulated that electrons revolve in their orbits without radiating energy. रदरफोर्ड के मॉडल के हिसाब से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रिवॉल्व करते एक स्पाइरल पाथ में और एनर्जी रेडिएट करते हैं, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू बोहर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रिवॉल्व इन देयर ऑर्बिट्स. वो अपने ही ऑर्बिट में रिवॉल्व करते रहते हैं बट दे डू नॉट रेडिएट एनर्जी. वो अपनी एनर्जी लूज नहीं करते हैं. विद इन अ पर्टिकुलर ऑर्बिट द एनर्जी ऑफ एन इलेक्ट्रॉन रिमेन्स कॉन्स्टेंट. दैट्स वाई orbits are also called stationary orbits or stationary shells. Bohr's atomic model is the most widely accepted atomic model. He was also awarded Nobel Prize in 1922 for his work on structure of atom. So friends, this was all for today's class. Today we learned that atoms are actually divisible and are made up of 3 subatomic particles, that are electron, proton and neutron. We also saw how scientists came to know the now known structure of atom. Hope you enjoyed today's class. If you have any doubt or have any query, you can visit the following link.